Hey y'all, how's everybody doing this morning? Come on this one, I want to have a little chat with you all this morning. A very serious little chat while I try to detangle my hair. Getting ready to dye my hair because as you see, honey, the gray has come through. And this is what I use. I'm going to try to get to the dye this morning. But that's what I use, texture and tones. But before I dye my hair, I like to detangle it. After I get through detangling, I'll be wore out. But anyway, I want to talk to us as the black community, single parents, and just parents as a whole, and other races. You know, it's fine for other races to take information from this video I'm about to share. But y'all see the title, we beat our children to death. We beat them to death. And this is what I mean when I say that. And y'all, I'm getting ready to take down my hair and detangle it, okay? Let me put that back up right quick. This is what I mean when I say we beat our children to death. I was watching a video and it come up on my Facebook page where this mother found I guess her daughter. Now the daughter's only 10, look like she couldn't be no more than 10 years old. The mother found the daughter's phone, don't know who phone it was, but the daughter, the 9-year-old or 10-year-old little girl recorded herself doing some very sexual, inappropriate gestures on the phone. Very sexual, very inappropriate things on the phone. So when the mother found out, she went totally off on the little girl. The mother filmed this where she cussed out the child. She was beating the child, hitting the child, has slapped the child across the face. Just went totally off on this 9-year-old little girl for the very inappropriate video recording she seen. The little girl recorded her own self, her own body. Some very inappropriate pics, a very inappropriate video of her own body. But it was sexually, the content was sexual that the little girl did. This behavior that the little girl did not come from her. This behavior had to come something she's seen, something someone has been sexually active with her, or something someone taught her. So my comment was, there needs to be a serious conversation. A conversation needs to be had with our daughters and with our sons when it comes to things like this here. And when I say we literally gonna beat our children to death for everything, there's no way in the world, if I would have seen my little granddaughter or my son, and I would have seen where they had posted this video of themselves online or took pictures, I would have set my child down and had a conversation with them. We as parents, especially black parents, we gotta do something else other than cussing our children out, other than beating them to death, slapping them, telling them they ain't no good, you know you shouldn't. I mean, we treat our babies like adults that we hate on the street. When you find a 9-year-old or a 10-year-old being sexually active or doing anything sexually inappropriate, baby, that's not the child's fault. Somebody need to have a conversation. I'm getting hot. Because let me tell you, it broke my heart. Because something is going on with that child. Either the mother, somebody has given her free course to use her phone. Maybe she's looked up porn videos. Or maybe she's seen somebody, whether it was a parent. Because you know, you got grown women that make twerk videos and all kind of sexual videos, and they put their children, let them do all kind of twerk videos and sexual videos and put it online for the world to see. This child has learned this from somewhere. You're not sexually active at 8 or 9, 10 years old. You're not supposed to be. So if you are as a child, you don't humiliate your child, your daughter, or beat her to death, cuss her out, slap her in the face. And that's the first thing we say, child, I would have whipped her, you know what. Why do we do that to our children? The first thing we think when our babies do something wrong, honey, I would have slapped her in her mouth. Why are we so violent toward our children? Why is that the first thing that come to us? We need to learn how to communicate to our children. What's wrong with setting your child down and having a conversation? When you see something so vile, something so inappropriate, when you find out something is going inappropriate with your child, whether they done it or somebody done it, why is it the first thing that we do is want to cuss the child out? Cause their little self-esteem to come all the way down, because they are children. They don't see porn videos and sexual things and the way that they dance and thing they do. They don't see that as being anything wrong because they're children. No, they don't know better. All they know is what they see or what they've been taught, until an adult can come along and show them and teach them the right way to do things. But we want to beat our children to death. Beat them to death. Cuss them out. Make their self-esteem go all the way down. You ain't nothing. You fast. You grown. Well, baby, have you had a conversation with your children? Why are they acting this way? Why are they showing sexual pictures of themselves? Have you not monitored their phones? Because you know what's out there. A good parent would monitor, shut all that stuff down so your child won't have access to it. And let's bring it on in a little bit further. Because we know, we as women, when we find a man we fall in love with, in 2 hours and 32 seconds, he can babysit our children. We give our children over to our boyfriends. And then they molest them and touch them. And then you want to beat the daughter to death because now she's acting out sexually. Well, baby, she learned it from somebody. And Lord knows all the sexual perversion and sin that's in the church. You got pastors and bishops that molest their children, their own children. And then they molest the children, their children, or somebody else's child in church. But don't say nothing about it. We just got to pray. You know, everybody got issues. Don't say nothing. Just pray, honey. No, ma'am. We're going to pray and we're going to prosecute. Do you hear what I'm saying? We're going to pray and we're going to prosecute child predators. So it just grieves my heart when we think the solution to any issue that we see our children is to beat them almost to death. Slap them, punch them, yell at them, cuss them out, punch them in the mouth. What in the world? These are children, not animals. You should set your children down and talk to them. Ask them questions. Where did you learn this? Where did you see this? Tell them it's inappropriate. Have a conversation with your child. Can you not communicate with your child? Or did they see you do it? Or are you telling them, look, you as a parent, parents tell their children, don't you do what I do because I'm grown. Your mama can be on Snapchat and Facebook and YouTube doing all kind of vile stuff right in the presence of the child, but you don't want the child to do it. The child learned from you. If the child hear you in the bed next door to her bedroom having sex, or open up the door and peeking you having sex, what you think she gonna do? But you gonna beat, slap, punch the child like it's her fault, but it's not. We don't know how to discipline correctly, and I cannot stand it. In our community, we do not discipline right. Never in my life seen so many cruel things said to children. I mean, we cuss our children out like they grown adults, savages in the streets. Just to haul off and slap them in the mouth. That ain't teaching them nothing but how to be violent. Well, I'm telling you, that thing really rubbed me the wrong way. It just broke my heart. That child had to go through all of that. And the parent, you know better. She don't know no better. She can't know no better. Because sex is something for adults to be doing. So when a child has learned about sex, guess what, mama? Guess what, daddy? Somebody need to be held responsible. But no, honey, we're going to beat our children to death, honey. And we need to stop it. We need to stop it and have a conversation with your children, with your little girls. So many little girls are suffering right now at the hands of a boyfriend, at the hands of a bishop, a pastor, an elder. Sometimes the mamas suffering. You know that man messing with your child, but you want to keep it quiet. Pray about it, baby. Pray and prosecute. Pray and prosecute. I'm sick of it. It's sickening. Just sickening to me. Have a conversation with your children. Do more than be violent towards them. There's a better way to discipline other than being violent. Oh, I don't even know much more to say. I'm going to go now. I'm going to go now. The parents, especially single mothers, you got daughters, you better be having conversations with your children. And you better take responsibility for what you're allowing to happen to them and for what you're allowing to go on around them. Sex is something children should not be involved in. None at all. So if they know about it, if they're involved in it, guess what? It falls back on us. What have we done? How have we allowed? You're cussing them out, you're beating them to death and slapping them, ain't helping nothing. Nothing. I pray that God cover and keep our babies. Because these parents has lost their mind, especially in our community. We terrible, honey. We is terrible. Talk to y'all later.